Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I have been online since 1992, and I remember jumping into the news groups and having fun, talking with people, actually typing with people. And every so often, you would get someone to jump in, and they just seemed like they had just fallen off the turnip truck. Idiot, basically. And couldn't figure out why people would be that way. And pretty soon, as the internet began to evolve, a word came about, plonk. You would plonk someone. You'd basically put them in a filter, a ban, so that you wouldn't see anything that they would post. This could be done certainly in forums and in today's social media outlets. But trolls have been around probably as long as the emoticon. And I remember the first time I saw an emoticon back in the day, I had no idea what it was. I'm like, why is it's a colon and a parentheses? It doesn't make any sense. But trolls are out there. And I know we've got some trolls watching, and I think it's a Sisyphean task to try to block every troll out there. And believe me, I could turn a full-time, if I could make a job out of blocking trolls and banning them on YouTube and Facebook and Google Plus and Twitter, I'd be quite well off because there's a lot of them out there, the trolls. So how do you deal with trolls? We've figured out 5 ways that you might use, in your adventures online to deal with trolls. Of course, the number 1 tip: ignore them. That's what everyone tells me to do. I'm like, why do you, it's a troll. Don't feed the troll. Ignore them. I can do it sometimes. I guess other times maybe I'm just kind of feeling randy. Not like Randy. I don't know. I don't even know a Randy. I mean, I'm feeling a little, let's have some, fun here. And not that it's fun to block trolls, but, I've got some extra time on my hands. Someone says something that's just off color. I'll do something about it. And sometimes I'll engage them directly. But I would say 9 times out of 10, I'll ignore a troll and just eliminate the possibility of them engaging with me at some point in the future. It's easy enough to set up a new YouTube username or a Twitter handle or any of these accounts. So it's not always easy to ignore someone because they're going to do what they can do just to get to you. And so sometimes ignoring them will make them go away. And that's probably, I would say, very sage advice. The number 1 tip. Another way that I've engaged trolls back I guess it was last week, the Engadget article that I had written, Growing Up Geek, there was someone, I wouldn't call him a troll. He wasn't. He was angry. He was very upset because he felt like that people like me were ruining the internet, which I would say is absolutely correct. And I think that's exactly what I said to him. Like, well, I'm sorry that the internet's not evolving the way you want it to evolve. I'm sorry that, communicating doesn't exactly fit your definition of who belongs online and who doesn't. And I had a dialogue. I treated him with respect. He had, cogent points that he brought up. We obviously disagreed, but he was kind of surprised. He's like, I was kind of shocked that you actually responded. And in many ways, killing them with kindness can go a long way. I mean, there's some people you're just never going to reach. They're just immature, and they're not going to go away. And another tip here, and I'll let you read the article for more clear examples, is confronting them, trolls, face to face. And in some cases, this can engender support from the rest of the community. So sometimes when a disparaging remark is made, I'll turn it around, and I'm used to doing that. Being Italian, growing up Italian, I'll throw it right back in their face, and I have no problem talking smack. If you smack me, if you push me, just expect to get pushed back. That's all, So sometimes I'll confront them. And there's an interesting story that I don't think I've shared on YouTube. I don't know if I would really had a reason to. Maybe you can remind me if I have. I don't know. This is like video number 3900 on YouTube. Years ago, did just a regular old audio podcast. We still have it. It's still available. But this is all we were doing at that point. And some guy just decided he hated me. And he was blogging about me and writing horrible things about me. It was just so... I couldn't understand what I did to offend this guy. I mean, it sounded like I literally pissed in his Cheerios. And, yeah, I didn't think much about it. I mean, I certainly had dealt with trolls at that point. This is a good 7-8 years ago, before YouTube. And didn't think anything about it. He remixed an old song, or he made a new song, but he remixed some of my sound clips from the podcast, and he made it sound like I was saying dirty things, and I loved it. I laughed. I was like, I even wrote a blog post. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, but he spent, I don't know how much time working on this song that is hilarious. So I played along with him, but it was genuinely funny. Didn't think anything of it. At some point in the future, I was speaking at a local event, and a rather large gentleman comes up to me after I was done speaking. He said, "Hi, Chris, my name's," he said his name. He said, "My online handle, my blog is this." And he said, "I just wanted to apologize for attacking you. I was going through a tough time in my life, and I don't know what you did, but you did something." I don't think he was laughing. He was very sincere. Yeah, I came face to face with a troll, and he apologized to me. It's kind of weird. We use the internet, but some of us forget that we're communicating with other people, and these are real people out there. I am a real person sitting here talking to a camera, and hopefully you are listening to the camera and potentially even using the advice that I'm giving you and that Bob has given you with his article linked in the show notes below. You just click it. That's what you do. Hopefully that will help you better deal with the trolls that you have to face in your own YouTube channel, on Twitter, Facebook, or beyond. I hope you never have to go face-to-face with a troll. And if you do, I hope it's cordial. Mine was very cordial, and I'm very grateful that he apologized for it. It created one heck of a story. He was able to do that to move on. I don't know if that necessarily helped me move on. I said, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I understand that you may have been in a tough spot. Just something to keep in mind, with trolls. They're human too, and you don't know if they're having a good day, a bad day. They could be mentally unstable. They could just be doing it for the lulz. You don't know. And sometimes it's fun to play, and other times, you just gotta buckle down and get serious. I think you cross the line, though, when it comes to personal attacks. This is where a lot of my defensiveness in that article of Growing Up Geek came. So, if you're looking for a way to combat trolls, if you have any other advice to add, please let us know.